This morning, word spread like wildfire that Tesla Incorporated is no longer Cathie Wood's prized holding in her flagship fund, marking the first time this has happened in over 4.5 years. Pay close attention to the details and stay tuned for further information. When is the best time to act? That is the question that appears to be frequently asked about ARK Invest's position on Tesla, Nasdaq, and tsla right now. Despite a major backer announcing a new extremely high price objective for the electric vehicle manufacturer last week, the stock has fallen significantly recently. The fact that Tesla is no longer the largest investment in the company's flagship fund makes me question how much of Cathie Wood's conviction has really evaporated. Just who is Cathie Wood, and what makes her opinions so influential? Forbes reports that American investor Cathie Wood is a renowned stock picker and the creator, chief executive officer, and chief information officer of ARK Invest, a $60 billion firm that backs cutting-edge technologies, including genetic engineering and autonomous vehicles. Because of her remarkably astute statements and the evidence that supports them, Cathie Wood is frequently referred to as the most underappreciated investor in the game. In her monthly updates, Cathie Wood covers a wide range of topics, including economic and monetary policy, new developments, predictions for her area of specialty, and her thoughts on the Federal Reserve's choices. American monetary and financial policy is set by the Federal Reserve System, sometimes abbreviated as the Fed, the nation's central bank. Regardless of the fact that Cathie Wood's investment experience spans over 4 decades, in the year 2020, she began to gain a bigger level of recognition. In that specific year, her ARK Innovation Fund generated a return of almost 150%, which propelled her to a degree of fame she had never experienced before. Returns on investment for the ARK Innovation Fund have averaged about 45% per year for the past 5 years. Another thing that makes Wood famous is her penchant for making audacious predictions about the future. She gained fame after establishing a fund that follows a theme strategy and invests in new, potentially game-changing technology. Her predictions about Tesla and her daring investment strategies have made her a media darling. On Tuesday, a gloomy analyst note added to a flurry of concerns about the electric vehicle maker and its high-profile CEO, Elon Musk, sending Tesla's stock into an 11-month low. Cathie Wood's primary fund no longer considers Tesla Incorporated a crown gem, even if one of the company's most ardent bulls has increased its large position for the first time in almost 4.5 years. ARK Invest's creator, Cathie Wood, has been a Tesla believer for quite some time. For 2026, she has set a price target of $4,600 for the electric vehicle marketer's share. The ARK Innovation ETF now has a larger investment than Tesla. Bloomberg reports that for the majority of days dating back to at least 2017, Elon Musk's company has been the most valuable holding in the ARK Innovation ETF and exchange-traded fund. Roku Incorporated, a firm with a market cap of $13.2 billion, surpassed it on Thursday, changing the status quo. In contrast to Roku's $717 million in assets, ARK Investment Management LLC's Tesla shares were worth $703 million as of Thursday, May 19th, according to Bloomberg statistics. A reminder of the impact on growth stocks from rising interest rates and a gloomy global economic outlook is ARK's 55% plunge this year and Tesla's loss of star status in the ETF. The electric vehicle maker's stock hit a new high in 2021 and has since fallen 33% this year. The data was compiled by Bloomberg. Shares of Tesla have been sold off by ARK Investment and its main fund for the past 4 consecutive quarters. The number of Tesla shares held by the corporation decreased from 5.79 million a year ago to 1.59 million as of March's end. Not included in ARK's daily trading updates are creation or redemption activities prompted by investor flows. They only cover active management actions. It is anticipated that ARK Invest's equity will experience volatility over the next 5 years, as stated by Wood. Therefore, a lot of people are wondering whether Cathie Wood has sold her Tesla shares. While she did decide to sell some of her Tesla stock, there is no indication that she has sold any more of her interests in Musk's firm. so that she might create room in her financial portfolio for a General Motors investment. To the contrary, it seems like Roku's stock price surge was the driving force behind it, surpassing Tesla as Wood's top investment. This happened after Wood's stake in Roku became larger than that in Tesla. The video streaming service Roku has just arrived. The headlining: about 8.4% of ARK Innovation's assets are in this. Approximately 8.2% of the fund is devoted to Tesla, tsla. They are followed by the remaining top 5 holdings, plus 2.35% at 7.9%, Exact Sciences X at 5.9%, and the block Q plus 0.622% at 5.7%. It will appear that Tesla's failure to secure first position was not due to any deliberate trading strategy on their part. Because of how the stock market has been doing recently, the relative rankings have changed. As of Friday's session, Tesla shares had fallen 27% over the past month. The stock price of Roku has fallen by a mere 12%. Traders have dumped Tesla shares in the tech sell-off. Elon Musk's potential acquisition of Twitter has also cast a shadow over the stock. In the same time frame when Musk's initial investment in Twitter came to light, Tesla shares has fallen by about 38%. The Nasdaq Composite has lost almost 22% of its value, and the S&P 500 about 15%. It seems like Musk's investors are worried about the amount of work he needs to do. The Boring Company, Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink are all under his leadership. Friday, Musk took to Twitter to reassure Tesla shareholders that the social media platform occupies less than 5% of his time and that the company is constantly in his thoughts. The fall of Tesla stock and other high-growth stocks has hurt Wood's fund. Compared to a month ago, ARK Innovation, a 2.6% increase, has lost about 23% and is down almost 55% for the year. The most rapidly expanding and risky stocks have been mostly avoided by investors due to the rise in interest rates. With increasing interest rates, the future earnings of high-growth companies are less discounted, which is good news for investors. Now let's return to the present day. This is one reason why high-value stocks are more vulnerable to the effects of rising interest rates. Friday morning, before the market opened, Tesla stock was up around 2.3%. With a 2.5% gain in Roku stock, the S&P 500 futures price is up around 1%, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average price is up about 0.9%. Robbie Greengold, an analyst at Morningstar, was very critical of ARK Innovation on March 29th. There is little evidence that ARK is getting better at managing risks or navigating the difficult terrain it explores. After a spectacular 2020 debut, the strategy has languished among the U.S. marketed fund's lowest performers. It's problematic that Wood relies on her gut when building the portfolio. In an interview that Tiffin gave to Magnify Media not long ago, Wood argued against Greengold's arguments. She acknowledged that there are companies like Morningstar that fail to grasp our mission. I believe that as technology continues to erase the barriers between and among sectors, style boxes will become obsolete, and we certainly don't fit into theirs. As a consequence of recent events, the price of Tesla's shares has fallen, reaching its lowest point in some months. COVID lockdowns in China have reduced Shanghai's production this quarter, which would affect the company's performance in the second quarter. Elon Musk has sold another chunk of Tesla stock after investors were frightened by his offer on Twitter. In response to this offer, Elon Musk sold off yet another block of Tesla shares. By the end, Cathie Wood's faith in Tesla appeared to be dwindling. Even though last month we set a new price target for Tesla of $4,600. Over the past few weeks, ARK Invest has been unloading the shares. The corporation has a history of being too bullish on stock, only to sell off a lot of shares the following day or days after, even though the stock finished below $-700 on Friday. In 2 of the 3 ARK ADS, Tesla's weight has fallen to multi-year lows, and there are no indications that it will be purchased, regardless of the plethora of possible benefits associated with Tesla. At the moment, it doesn't seem like Cathie Wood and her coworkers are all that interested. A thumbs up would be great if you enjoyed this video. If you want to be up to date on Tesla stock news, subscribe and hit the bell button.